Hello and welcome to the Cinema Gold podcast. I'm your host, Larry Elise. Today we're diving into recent news that Zack Snyder's Justice League was accidentally released a week early on HBO Max. And also the news that Evil Dead Rise will begin filming this year. But first, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Poddex, for supporting this podcast. You can check them out at poddex.com and use promo code TCNS for 10% off. Also, if you'd like to be a supporter of this show, join our Patreon at patreon.com/cinemagold. We have several tiers you can choose from. And if you can think of anything else you'd like to see us offered on that Patreon, just send us a message. You can also be a part of the show by sending us a voicemail at 682-305-0483. And now on to the rest of our show. Zack Snyder's Justice League is one of the year's most anticipated films. It's set to release March 18th, but was accidentally made available a week before its debut. Joss Whedon's Justice League was released in 2017 and was nothing close to what Zack Snyder wanted for the film. After years of calling for the release of the Snyder Cut, we are finally a week away from seeing it. Over the years, it's gotten increasingly clear what really went down behind closed doors. That led to the significant changes made to Justice League. Snyder had to step away from the project due to a family tragedy. This was enough motivation for fans to demand the Snyder Cut. The filmmaker consistently teasing what his original work would have looked like. Finally, thanks to the interest from his supporters, coupled with HBO Max's attempt to beef up their content, following its launch, Snyder's Justice League was finally greenlit. Not only did the director get funding to finish his project, he also got enough funding for additional reshoots. This allowed him to add more Jared Leto's Joker into the project. Since the release date was first announced, fans have been counting the days until its release. Fans were surprised when they found out that HBO Max accidentally released it a week early. It seems that the movie was uploaded in place of Tom and Jerry. Viewers were surprised when they attempted to watch the family film and instead saw Zack Snyder's Justice League starting playing. The leak comes amidst the final push for Zack Snyder's Justice League marketing. Snyder has been releasing character-centric teasers and posters, with the latest one highlighting Wonder Woman's role in the project. Snyder has been dropping new trailers and posters for the upcoming film for a while now. Aside from that, other trailers such as freshly dropped teaser showcasing Darkseid battling Superman have been rolled out to further drive the hype for the HBO Max offering. Given this, it's uncertain what exactly happened to its premature release on the platform. Unlike typical leaks, the footage was categorized as an entirely different film, making this circumstance unique. Whether or not this incident will be investigated is uncertain at this point, but it's disappointing that in the middle of fans' excitement for Justice League, having waited for it for more than 3 years, it suffered this major snafu. Moreover, a big part of the reason why HBO Max greenlit the project is that they recognized the massive clamor for it. And they thought it made sense to give the audience what they wanted, knowing full well how important the film is to many. It's strange it wasn't handled with more care to prevent a leak. And before we get to our second story, we'd like to mention Poddex. Poddex are the hottest new tool for podcasters looking to have more meaningful conversations. Simply shuffle up the deck, ask a question, and let the content roll. You can order yours today at poddex.com and use code CinemaGold for 10% off your order. If you want to see Poddex in action, I will leave the link to the video in the description as well as put it up there. And now to our final story. Evil Dead Rise star Bruce Campbell has revealed the production schedule and a few details about the upcoming sequel, Evil Dead Rise. B-movie superstar Bruce Campbell has now confirmed the next movie in the Evil Dead franchise, Evil Dead Rise, will begin filming this year. While Campbell will sadly not be returning as Ash for the sequel, he has teased a few small details about the direction of the movie. Quote, planning to shoot the next Evil Dead movie in New Zealand later this year. It's set in a modern-day urban setting. It's out of the woods. Bruce Campbell has so far starred as Ash in the first 3 Evil Dead movies, the first of which was released back in 1981. The actor has since reprised the role for several spin-offs and video game adventures, including 3 seasons of Star's Ash vs. Evil Dead. Rather than strapping on a chainsaw and getting to work himself, Bruce Campbell will instead serve as a producer on Evil Dead Rise, much like he was for 2013's Evil Dead, which saw a group of 5 friends head to a remote cabin where their discovery of a Book of the Dead leaves them to unwittingly summon up demons living in their nearby woods. Acting as a soft reboot for the franchise, 2013's Evil Dead focused on a female hero in the form of Jane Levy as Mia Allen, something that will continue in the upcoming sequel with Evil Dead Rise set to be led by a different female character. While some fans will no doubt be disappointed that Ash is not gearing up for a comeback, Campbell justified the approach when discussing the project last year, saying, what we're doing now is we're saying, look, this is another Evil Dead movie, and that book gets around. A lot of people run into it, and it's another story. It sounds like Evil Dead Rise will also take the series into new and unexpected directions, with Campbell teasing an urban setting, taking the Deadlights and the Necromicons out of the isolation of the woods and unleashing their powers in a much more crowded environment. This is something that Campbell has hinted at in the past, saying the Evil Dead are going to up a city this time. When put so beautifully, sounds fantastic. Fans of Ash once again bask in his greatness when Bruce Campbell returns to the cult favorite role in the upcoming video game Evil Dead the Game, said to be released for PlayStation 5, Xbox, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and Microsoft Windows this year. The Hole in the Ground director Lee Cronin will helm Evil Dead Rise, which has not yet been given an official release date. And this news came from us from Knox News, which we will provide a link in the description. So that's our show for today. If you'd like to be a part of the show, send us a voicemail. It's 682-305-0483. And thank you. Have a great day.